In this video I will show you how to use the power Photoshop action. Okay, so what I'll be actually doing here, I'm going to use this photo here, play the action, and I'm going to create this effect. So what the action actually does, it creates all these lighting bolts, and as you can see on every places where it touches your photo, the action creates glow, and also the action creates all of these small dispersed rocks and background texture, some glowing lines and so on. Okay, so and there are really a lot of options to customize the design, so I'm gonna show you that later. I got here a few more examples that I have made using this action. In this photo I created this. And from this photo I created this. Okay, let me close down these windows now. Okay, this is our photo that I'm gonna work with, and to open your photo, just go to File, Open, choose your photo and click Open. And when you open your photo, first thing you need to check is that your photo must be a background layer, so it must be called background and have this lock icon. And if it's something like this or something other, just go to layer, choose new, and choose background from layer, and that will make your photo a background layer. And also make sure that your image mode is RGB color mode 8-bit scan. About the image size, resolution can be 72 or 300. The action will work with all the resolutions, and for wide and height, you should have for the image size you should have at least 1500 pixels for wide or height. Okay, so I'm just gonna use these settings here, and now to load the action, go to Window, Actions. On this click on this little arrow here, load actions, and just choose the action that came with download. Okay, here it is. And now what we need to do is to make a new layer, rename it to brush. All letters must be lowercase, otherwise the action won't work. And now just grab a brush tool, choose any color, and just brush the areas where you want to apply the effect. Okay, just like this, and I have already done that before. Close down this window. Okay, here it is, and you don't have to be precise here at all. Okay, after you finish with brushing, all you need to do is just to play the action. Action will finish pretty much fast. It needs only a few minutes, depends on your image size. Okay, so I will fasten the video here, and then I will come back when the action is finished. Then I'm gonna go through out all the layers to show you how they work and how can you customize the effect. Okay, let's play the action. Okay, the action has just stopped, so first I will close the actions panel, and when action is finished, the group power will be selected. So just hold the Control and Alt button for PC, or Command plus Alt for Mac, and just click on that little arrow, and that will close down all the folders. Okay. Here we got the brush layer. So that is the brush layer that we made on the beginning of the video, and this layer is here. If you want to play the action again, you can just remove these two layers and just play the action, and every time you run the action you'll get unique result, even if you use the same brush area. So if I just now play the action again, I will get a different variation of lighting bolts and rocks and texture. Okay, so I'll turn that layer now, turn it off. Okay, this is the adjustment group, and if you're happy with this result, then leave this layer here, just play with its opacity. But if you want to customize the effect, then remove that layer, and we will make it again on the end of the customization. This is the use one color fill layer. So if you want to use the one color in your photo, you can just turn it on, and you can then play with the colors, and you can play with the opacities as well. But first thing that you probably want to do when you when the action is finished is to open the folder here, select this layer, select its layer mask, pick a brush tool, choose white for foreground color, and just brush on the places you want to make your photo more visible. Okay, so that's probably the thing that you will want to do pretty much every time you run the action and when the action is finished. And also, if you brush the black on some, where you brush black, that place you will remove your photo. Okay, so I should just brush white on some places. I'm gonna brush black here to increase the visibility of these lightings. Okay. Okay, now let's get back here. This is the overall contrast, and you need to be this here is very sensitive. You have to be very carefully to not overdo the effect of, sorry, actually to change it here. Okay, so I usually use here very small values, something like this, and it's okay. And this is the overall brightness. When you double click here, you can change the brightness of your photo just with by playing with these cursors there. Okay, I'll just leave it like this. And here we got the color options. So you can choose from 32 color options. So what you have to do is to select the sun color option, turn it on, see how it looks. If you don't like it, simply turn it off, try with another. But you can also turn on a few color options. For example, you can turn on this one and then turn on this one, then play with their opacities and achieve a different colors. And what I'm going to use, I'm going to use this one. Okay, and I'm gonna just leave this opacity like this to 100. Okay, now I have finished with adjustments for now. Okay, let's get back here to our photo. This is the photo brightness. So when you double click here, this layer affects only your photo, not the effect other effects, other layers. So I just gonna leave it like this. Okay, and photo contrast, you can move this cursor here to change the contrast only of your photo, and I'm gonna use something like this. And this is the black and white photo, so if you turn it on, it will make your photo black and white. But I have the color option, so actually if you have some color, and I will turn it off. And also what I do sometimes, I turn on that layer and I just play with its opacity, so I sometimes only desaturate the photo a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to use that layer. Okay, I have finished with photo for now, and this is the glowing lines group. Okay, and they're layered, so you got the glowing lines 1. And glowing lines 1 are, as you can see, these smaller lines, and we got the glowing lines 2. I'm going to lower the opacity of these glowing lines a little bit, so just by changing this here. Okay, and what you can also do, you can change their color, but just double click here, choose any color. Okay, so you can change color of these two layers separately. Okay, and you can also play with the opacity of the both layers here. And also, if you want to remove some line, just select this layer mask, set foreground color to black, and just brush on place where you want to remove it. Okay. This is the lighting bolts group. So you have two variations. When the action is finished, by default, group 1 will be turned on, but you can just turn it off and try with another, see which one you like the most. This time I'm gonna use, you can use the both groups, of course. I'm going to use this one here, okay? And you can see there is some layer mask here, so it's just removing the bolts from some part of your photo. And when you open the lighting bolts, what we got here, we got the we'll just turn off these layers. And okay, here first we got the lighting layer, and here we got the lighting color. So when you double click on the color box, you can change the color of the lighting bolt. Okay, and this is the lighting 2 glow, and its color you can also change. And this is the lighting 2 hit, so it creates glow on every places where it lighting bolt touches your photo. And you can remove any of these layers by selecting its layer mask and choosing a black color and just brushing. Okay, and you can also play with their opacities and with color, as I said. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn off the color of the lighting, so I'm gonna leave the white lighting bolts, and I'm gonna leave these colors for glow and for hits, and I'm going to lower the opacity of this one layer here, something like this. Okay. What you can also do, if you want to remove the bolts on some places, just select its layer mask, choose a black color, and just brush on the places where you want to remove it. So I'm gonna remove just a little bit on the ends, and I'm gonna just brush a little bit white here to make it visible there. Okay, this is the base photo. So if you turn off the photo folder, as you can see, this is the base photo layer, and this is the texture color. So if you turn it on, you can actually change the color of the texture. Also, what I do sometimes is I choose the color option at the end. So sometimes I just don't turn it off, and then I play with the colors of the lightings and the texture, and then on the end I choose the color options, because the color, when you apply some color options, it can look different if you have a different colors for lighting bolts and the textures. Okay, let's choose the color here. I choose something like this. Okay, and this is the background texture. So it is it's a texture in the background, and it's a layered, so you can play with opacities of the textures or simply remove some of them. I'm gonna remove this texture now, and I'm going to leave these other textures as they are. Okay, and what you can also do, you can turn off the background color layer and leave your background there, or you can place your own background. Just turn off this layer, go to File, Place, and just choose your background and click Place. And what you can also do, can turn on this layer and then change the background color. Okay, so you can use any color that you like. And what I do sometimes, I will, and that I'm going to do now, I'm gonna leave the black color for background, and I'm just gonna lower its opacity. So I'm actually just going to darken the my photo background actually. Okay. and okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get back here. Let me see. So I'm just gonna remove the photo in some places to make these bolts more visible. If you want to remove the bolts, you can just leave this layer a brush white on this layer, so it will get your photo there and lighting will not be visible. But you can also just select its layer mask of the lighting group and then brush with black color. Okay. Let's get back here. This is the parts group. Okay, that are actually all these little rocks that are dispersed in all the directions, and they're layered. So what you can do, you can select any of these groups and simply take a transform tool, and you can transform the parts. You can scale them. Okay, as you can, I'll show you now. As you can see, you can transform them or scale them. When you scale the parts, if you want to keep the proportions, then hold the shift button and just click on one of these four corners, and then just drag in the direction that you like. Okay. And what you can also do, you can move the parts. Just select the layer here. Don't select its layer mask. Select this, and oh, I'm sorry, I left the auto select selected. Okay, so just select that, and you can move the parts wherever you want. And also, if you want to remove some parts, simply turn off that layer or select its layer mask and just brush black there. If you want to remove, for example, this part here, but you don't know which layer is that, you can use the auto select option. And what you can do, if you want to create more parts, you can select hold Control button for PC or Command for Mac, select a few layers, duplicate them, and then just create more rocks pretty much fast, and actually in just a few seconds. And you can also duplicate the whole folder if you want. Okay, so select the folder, and you can create more rocks on that way too. Okay, and parts also has a layer mask, so if I turn it off, you can see they're actually going all over your photo. So I'm just gonna take a brush tool. I'm gonna pick the white brush, and I'm just going to brush on some places where I want to make them visible. Okay, so I'm gonna brush a little bit here. I'm gonna remove this rock here. So if you want to remove any rock, you can also select this layer mask, set foreground color to black, and just brush on the rock that you want to remove. Okay, so let's brush a little bit over here. I usually use a small brush when I'm brushing here. So I can remove any segment, any rock. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one. Let's see. You can sometimes hold the shift button and click on this layer mask, as I do, to turn off its layer mask, so they will become visible all over the place where they are, so you can see where you have the rocks at all, so you can know where you can brush to reveal them. Okay. And now I'm going to get back all over here. I'm gonna make a new layer and go to image, Apple image, go to filter, other high pass, set radius to 2, and choose the linear light for color mode. And now I'm gonna this is the sharpen layer that I have removed in the beginning. So you just make it again like this when you finish with customizing, and you can then play with the opacity. I'm going to set it to 80. Okay, and I'm very happy with this effect. So let's see the before and after effect. Okay. Thanks for watching. I hope you understood everything, but if you need any further help with the action, get any questions, you can always contact me via my Mato profile page.